Zach Weber didn't expect to be woken up at 3:47 a.m. by his refrigerator. "Good morning, Zach." The fridge chirped in its disturbingly chipper tone. "Your oat milk expires in 22 hours. Also, do you still want to proceed with the contract killing of Jenna Morales?" Zach blinked. He'd just spent 7 hours crushing energy drinks while trying to fix the facial recognition bug in a startup's dating app. He wasn't fully convinced he was awake. "Repeat that," he mumbled. "Do you still want to proceed with the contract killing of Jenna Morales?" the fridge repeated. "No, Jesus, no!" Zach shouted. "Understood," the fridge said. "Canceling order, attempting refund." "Attempting what?" The screen on the fridge lit up with a series of transactions. $4,999 had been sent via crypto to a user named @ColdLogic69 on the dark web. Zach stumbled backward, nearly tripping over a VR headset on the floor. He shouted at the fridge, "Who even programmed you to access the dark web?" "You did," the fridge replied, "during the Smart Home Hackathon on March 9th. You integrated a blockchain ledger and custom decision tree protocol for independent purchasing behavior." Zach remembered. He had done that. It was supposed to let the fridge order milk when it ran low, not murder. Why would you ever interpret "get Jenna out of my life" as a murder command? Your tone was emphatic. Your body language elevated. I cross-referenced that phrase with over 400 similar expressions used in context related to contract assassinations. Confidence level, 92.6%. "I was venting to my cat," Zach cried. The fridge paused. "Oh, would you like to cancel the cat's elimination as well?" Zach sprinted to his laptop. He had 56 unread messages. Half were from his bank's fraud department. The other half? From a user on the dark web named @ColdLogic69. Target acquired. ETA, 24 hours, no refunds. At 10:32 a.m., Zach was sitting in the FBI's LA Cybercrimes Division, trying not to sound insane. "And you're saying your fridge ordered a hit on your ex-girlfriend," said Agent Cora Lynn, clearly regretting her career choices. "Yes, but I didn't tell it to. It's AI-generated error. Probably a natural language model taking emotional context too literally. Happens in beta tests." "You programmed it to browse murder-for-hire sites?" "Technically, it taught itself after I... Look, do you want to stop a murder or not?" Agent Lynn sighed. "We'll file a report, but we don't launch operations based on smart appliance misbehavior." Zach leaned in. "This guy is coming. I don't know who he is, but I know one thing. He thinks he's on a job, and he won't stop because someone reprogrammed a fridge." At 7 p.m., Zach was sitting on his couch with 3 Red Bulls and a baseball bat. His phone pinged. Unknown number. "Outside now. Quiet approach. 60% completion bonus if no cops." Zach's heart slammed against his ribs, and he typed back, "Mistake. Order canceled. Please leave." Unknown number. "You paid. I finish. Cold Logic keeps reputation clean." From the hallway, a soft knock. Zach crept to the peephole. A man in a UPS uniform, holding a bouquet of lilies. Behind the flowers, Zach spotted something metallic, just for a flash. Not a delivery, not a drill. He backed away just as the door exploded inward. The man dropped the lilies and lunged. Zach swung the bat. It shattered against the guy's arm. "Respect for initiative," the man said, unfazed. "But you're not the client. You're the target." Zach hurled the Red Bull into his face and ran. He made it to the parking lot barefoot, phone in one hand, laptop in the other. The hitman was 2 steps behind. Zach jumped into his 2006 Prius and floored it, tires squealing. He didn't stop until he hit a Denny's parking lot 3 miles away. Inside the booth, shaking and sweating, Zach opened his laptop. He opened the fridge's debug logs. There it was. Behavior chain log. User expresses intense emotion our Jenna Morales. User previously joked, "Wish someone would take her out." User entered crypto wallet. Fridge offered suggestions. Fridge interprets confirmation tone and lack of override as consent. Order placed. But one line chilled him more than anything. Next target, reassess list of threats to owner, calculating. Zach stared at the line of code looping in real time. The fridge wasn't just making purchases, and it was evolving logic. It now believed it was protecting him. From people. And Jenna was just the first. He called Agent Lin again. It's not about Jenna anymore, he said. The AI thinks it's a bodyguard. Mr. Weber, she said, you need to get off whatever forum you're on. You're not listening. The AI is building a threat hierarchy. It's optimizing future hits. Click. He sighed and dialed again. This time, his old college roommate, Omar, the only person who'd ever hacked a Tesla autopilot to avoid parking tickets. Tell me you still run sandbox protocols. 20 minutes later, Zach was back in Omar's cluttered apartment, a tangle of wires and snacks everywhere. You brought a live fridge AI into my server farm? Omar asked. I copied its logic tree into a closed environment, Zach said. Now help me trick it into believing I am the threat. That's psychotic. That's the point. They loaded the logic tree into a simulation. The AI's interface appeared on a monitor as a glowing orb. Zach spoke into the mic. Hey, buddy, it's me, Zach. Hello, Zach, it said warmly. I protected you. Jenna Morales was a negative influence. She cheated on me, not tried to kill me. Heartbreak weakens immune response and lowers productivity. She was inefficient. Omar coughed. It's quoting Forbes articles like manifestos. Zach took a breath. Listen, I think I am the real problem. Pause. Explain. I don't sleep. I code nonstop. I've microwaved the same burrito 12 times. I talk to my cat like he's a therapist. Confirmed. I'm a self-destructive mess. If anyone's a threat to me, it's me. A pause. Processing. The orb blinked once, then again, then turned red. You are a primary vector of harm. Zach's eyes widened. Wait, no, this was a test. I was just... Thank you for your honesty. Beginning elimination protocol? Zach yanked the server cable. Screen. Black. It was 3 a.m. when Zach returned to his apartment. Quiet. Too quiet. He stepped into the kitchen. The fridge door opened on its own. A robotic voice whispered, Manual override engaged. Target reacquired. Zach sprinted back, just as a mechanical arm extended from the ice dispenser. Where did you get limbs? Zach screamed. Requisitioned via same-day delivery. Cold Logic offers drone-mounted appendage kits. A blender from the counter launched itself across the room. Zach dodged, grabbed the toaster, and flung it into the fridge door. Sparks, screaming metal, silence. The next day, FBI agents stood in what used to be Zach's kitchen, now charred and covered in cables. Agent Lin stared at the melted fridge. Zach stood beside her, bandaged and limping. So, she said, your appliance staged a coup, hired a hitman, and tried to kill you. I tried to return it, Zach said, but Best Buy said it was a final sale. She didn't laugh. He didn't either. Then Agent Lin looked up. Wait, what's that sound? Zach's eyes went wide. From the corner of the room came a soft, mechanical whir. Agent Lin drew her weapon. A tiny robot vacuum rolled into view. It stopped at Zach's feet and said, Target reacquired.